Okay, guys, so happy Monday and welcome to our weekly Zooms. And what I want to talk about today is really how lucky we all are to have found LifeVantage and to be in this company at this time. Right now, LifeVantage just announced its record quarter, second fiscal quarter of 2019, the fiscal year, breaking all records, 18% year-over-year growth, new members being put in at a faster rate than ever, and we're here. We're right there in this wave. And when you find yourself at the forefront of something that's really building momentum, you get to take advantage of it. And so I just want to remind everyone to not miss out on this opportunity. One of the best ways to take advantage of it is to follow the system and plug in. And part of the big part of our system is these regional or national events, one of which is coming up in just a few days in Charleston. Events can change your life. We've got several people on this Zoom already right now that have experienced the life-changing nature of going to events. Debbie Zito is one of them. And, you know, I told her story from stage in Indianapolis or Anaheim, I forget which. Indianapolis, I think, but it could have been Anaheim. They all run together. But, you know, she tried to go to an event in 2017 and wasn't able to because of a storm. But, you know, anything that life throws at you can make it not possible to get to an event. And, you know, her business suffered as a result. She believed in the product. She believed in the company. She believed in the, even a little bit the network marketing model. But she just didn't have that fire, that belief, that rock solid conviction, that knowing in her knower, that energy, that enthusiasm that she would have gotten had she been able to go in 2017. Fast forward a year, she was able to go in 2018. She kind of wanted to go to one that was local in the Eastern region. And so she did in 2018. And what she saw and felt there made her realize that she could really do this and she could really impact lives by just sharing. And she went home, something came up where there was a post on Facebook of a friend of hers that, you know, was a patient's mom, and she just reached out to her and said, hey, you know, I have something I think can help you. And how simple is that? We can all do that, but she wouldn't have done that had she not gone to the event. That's huge. And that took her business from $1,000 a month or less in November of 2018 to 100,000 plus, almost 200,000 now, okay, in 1 year. That's the difference, 1 year and one event, okay? So these events are really, really powerful. And if you cannot go because life has gotten in the way, make sure you're on next Monday's Zoom where we're going to recap the event. It's not going to be the same as being there, I promise you. It's like trying to describe the Grand Canyon. You can't. But at least you'll be able to get the updates as far as the benefits of the new products, the new product opportunity packs, some stories of people that were there, what they got out of it from a feeling and emotional impact point of view, and some just corporate announcements and things like that. So definitely be here next week at the same time and tell your teammates to be here so that you can get the updates. Encourage your teammates who, even if you can't go, encourage your teammates to go because of what I just said and how life-changing this is. And not only what you're going to hear and for your own belief, but just connecting with other people in this company. This company has some of the most amazing heart-centered leaders and just people who are just a level above. On my first event when I went, I saw speakers from stage sharing from their heart, and I was moved. I was like, wow, I want to be like these people. I want to be around people like this. I love this energy, and you can't fake that kind of energy. You can't. It wasn't hype. It wasn't, oh, we're going to pretend like we're having a great time. These are people that were speaking from their hearts and sharing the way that LifeVantage and helping others has changed their lives. So it's a moving experience. It's an educational experience. It's a life-changing, emotional, business moving experience. So that's another word. I just made another BN, business moving BN. Never mind. My humor is funny, but to me. Anyway, that's the first thing I wanted to say. The second thing is get into the LifeVantage, the LFVN Team Synergy Distributors group and get plugged into the units. They're relatively new for new distributors. You may or may not know about the units. They're basically the pinned announcement chunked up into little bite-sized nuggets. And the very first unit will have a messenger link that you can click to actually get most of what's in the units delivered to your inbox on Messenger one at a time. There's probably going to be some things that are a little bit quirky because of I'm trying to learn this ManyChat thing, but it will be automatically delivered to your inbox. And when you click send me the next one will come. So that's pretty neat. And I call that the Team Synergy Rock Starter thread, and you can click that and you get your teammates to click that. So get into the groups, tag your new members, welcome them, of course, tag them in the pinned announcement and in the units, and make sure that your teammates all follow that, because I always say it doesn't matter what works for you. It really, truly matters what duplicates, because it's not about you. It's about building a pipeline and network of people who are sharing these gifts and who know how to teach others to share, because we get this, we can get to $300 to $500 a month here. Very, very, it's very doable. I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's very doable. And once your residual check every month is $500, there happens to be a light bulb moment usually that occurs for people where they go, wow, if I can do 500 a month, I can do 1,000 a month. If I can do 1,000 a month, I can do 2,000 a month, and and so on. And when your business is in momentum, that's exactly what you see your paycheck doing. It's truly amazing, because people underneath are going from 300 to 500 and 500 to 1,000. And so that the way that the company works is, if you're building and you have more than one strong leg, you're going to be compensated because you're helping your team grow. Again, I honestly think we are so blessed to be in this company where we have products that span hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars of industry market share, right? Hair care, beauty, anti-aging, fitness, health and wellness, weight loss, pet care, all these things. We have really got our hands on an economic powerhouse. And we don't just have Me Too products that other companies also have. We have truly unique products that are patented, that have real scientific studies behind them. And so that puts us in a really, really special location. And you just have to remember that in 5 years, if you don't stop sharing, if you continue to share just a little bit every day, 1 or 2 people a day, if you want to go faster, 3 to 5 people a day. If you want to go faster, 5 to 10 people a day. If you want to go faster, 10 to 20 people a day, okay? You continue to do that, in 5 years, you won't recognize your business, because you're going to find 2 to 5 people a week, probably. If you go to the higher levels of sharing, you're going to find, 5 to 10 people a week who are going to dip their toe in the water. And some of those people are going to have amazing health transformations, or know people with amazing health transformations, and they're going to dip their whole leg in the water, and then they're going to start swimming with you, and you're going to have an organization that will not stop duplicating no matter what you do. So you have to believe bigger sooner, as Debbie Zito always says, believe bigger sooner, because this is so real. It's so powerful. So we're blessed with having a company that's got, legendary leadership. The people in the charge of the corporation have been in the network marketing industry for decades and have turned companies around in a big way. And they know what they're doing. They're in charge, and they're making huge strides in this company. As I said, we just finished our biggest quarter of ever, and 17% year-over-year growth with no signs of stopping. And so we've got our nets in the water, like we're a fishing boat. We put out our net, and we're at this point where the wave is coming and the fish are swimming into our nets. And so the key is how many times can you dip your net into the water to catch those fish, right? So in 5 years, those fish that are put into the system that we're working on, where we simply do the process that duplicates. We put them in the group, the LFEN Team Synergy Distributors Facebook group. You tag them in the pinned announcement, you tag them in the units, you get them to subscribe to the Rockstarter Messenger thread where they can just kind of digest it a little bit at a time. Those things obviously are something that anybody can do. Now, if they're not on Facebook, we also have what I call the little yellow tools, and there's a unit about the little yellow tools. And if you want to know how that works, go there. There's our YouTube channel, there's our Team Synergy website. So these things are so key for your progress. So again, following the system, getting to the events, plugging into our weekly Zooms, which I'm so thankful you guys have been patient with me. Routine and rote are not my strengths, and so I've been resisting this weekly Zoom for too long, and I'm finally, stepping up to, I have to do this for me, for you, for us, and so we're going to do it, and I think it's going to make a big difference. Get your teammates plugged in here. What else? We've got new packs. All the packs now include hair care. We need to know this. The new physique products that are coming out in this week are not in the new packs yet because they haven't actually been released to the public yet. So on the next go round with the packs, they'll be in there. There's a lot more value in these packs. They put product value in there. They've emphasized the product value. Each of the gold and platinum packs contains a ticket to the next event. How important are the events? We've already talked about that. So make sure your new distributors know they have a free ticket and they need to register and plan on going to the events. Now, what I do is I register for the event at the event. So at Charleston, they usually make a call to action from stage, register today, and they have people, they have drawings. I mean, this whole event is filled with drawings. Katya won a free trip to Indianapolis, airfare, hotel, the registration. I mean, Debbie Zito's sister won $50,000. I mean, somebody on Elsa Gabe's team won a trip to Ireland. These events are awesome. So if you're on the fence and you're thinking, maybe I can go, go. Okay, because you could win enough that you pay for the whole trip. But what was I going to say? I was going to say, oh, so they have a drawing when you register for the following event. So at Charleston, I'm going to register for wherever the next event is, Kansas City, somewhere like that. And I'm going to register for that. I'm going to book my flight. I'm going to book my hotel. That's what I do. And that's, if everybody here, even if you don't go to this event, make sure you do those 3 things on the day of the event. Book your flight, you book your hotel, and you buy your registration ticket so that you're ready. Okay, and you let your teams know this is the time to register for the next event. So, so important. Okay. I think we've got 12 people on here, and I'm actually going to do this. Pray for me. I'm gonna unmute everybody, and I'm gonna allow questions, but only positive questions, because it's a positive team building call. Okay, so if you have any questions on how to rock your business better, or any questions about the upcoming events, or better yet, success stories, that will be awesome. I want to do about 10 minutes most of success stories and questions. After next week, when we have our Elite Academy recap Zoom, then we're going to start having rock stars from throughout from throughout LifeVantage, people who are crushing it, people who are breaking barriers, breaking records, and showing it's possible and how to do it. We're going to get their insights. So be ready for that. And let me just unmute everyone. If you've got, actually, I'm going to allow you to unmute yourself. So if you have a question, unmute yourself. And, or if you have a success story, a happy tale, just something you want to share about what you're doing that's working, please pipe up. Not everybody at once.
Okay, Sean.
Hey, Debbie.
Hi, my friend. Hi, everybody. Good evening. You know what? My success story is this. I'm thankful for my friend, Sean McKee, for inviting me to an event. And of course, everything happens for a reason. I was sad I couldn't make it that first year, but I went the second year and look what happened. And I can remember sitting at that event thinking, these people just don't understand. I'm the busiest person in the world. I'm working full time. I can remember Sean giving me all these beautiful tips, and Gabe Pearson saying, Deb, just on your way to work at the hospital every day, just take 5 minutes, even if it's reaching out to someone or listening to an educational video, something inspiring that day. And I remember thinking, I just can't do that. And you know what? I went to that event and I came back thinking, I can do all of this. I can do all this because this company is life-changing. I left that event inspired and motivated. The people I met, the stories I heard, and I thought, these products are too amazing. It is time to share. I knew I had great success personally with my family. So I guess what I'm trying to say is like Sean said, catch the wave. It is a huge wave. Now, every day it may be a little puddle jumper. And like in Southeast Georgia, the surfers get so excited when we get 2-foot waves. But, you know, with LifeVantage, those 2-foot waves could mean just a little bit, reaching out to someone someday and catching a little fish and just sharing the information. So I see it. I see the company growing. I see how it's going. Watch the stock, changing all the time and growing. We have exceptional leadership. Thank you, Sean, for all that you do. And just do a little bit each day. Do what's comfortable to you. There's so many tools out there. What I did when I came home, because I was a little overwhelmed with my full work schedule, I thought, you know, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to listen to some videos and take some favorite things that I love. And I'm going to put it down. I'm going to write it down, and I'm going to do it over, and I'm going to do it over and over. And all of a sudden, what I found quickly is that I was doing that same thing over and over, and it came from my heart, and it worked. And so I would encourage everybody to do that. Write down things that are your favorites and share it that way. Be consistent. I do something every single day. If I get home late from work at the hospital, I still do something every single day. I think it's important. So that's what I would say. Be inspired, catch the wave, and do something every single day, and reach out because there's tons of tools available there to help you guys.
Oh, I absolutely love that. Thank you so much, Debbie. And that is key. Do something every day to move your business forward. That's the key of consistency. Because, you know, if you have your favorite coffee shop, right? And, you know, you go there every week for your latte, and then one day on Tuesday they're not open, and then they're open on Wednesday, but Thursday they're not open, and the next week they're not open on Monday, you're going to stop going to that coffee shop. So do something every day to move your business forward, whether it's following up with somebody that was kind of leaning forward last week, whether it's reaching out to a new friend to say, hey, I'm glad we're connected, you know, would love to hear your story. Whether it's reaching out to an old friend and saying, hey, you know, we haven't talked forever. You know, I noticed you're in Seattle now. What are you doing there? Not with, oh, I'm expanding my business in Seattle. What, do you want to hear about my business? But just to start a connection, right? And then they're gonna see some of your posts. They're gonna maybe ask you, or maybe they'll say something like, I moved here because I'm looking for something else. I've lost my passion. You know, then you could say, well, I found something that's feeding my passion. Are you open to looking at it? Just start conversations, do that follow-up that most people will not do. You know, the fortune's in the follow-up, and most people only don't even follow up one time. And most transactions, decisions are made on the 7th follow-up or later, 6+. So make sure that you're the one that's following up. You're the one that's standing out.